In the same search, I met Osho 40 years before in March 1969. Accidentally, he has come to my city to give a discourse, and I saw the advertisement, so I came to attend his lecture. And just looking at him, even before he had started speaking, looking at him, his grace, his energy, it appeared to me that he is going to be my guide. Once he started speaking, it became more clear that he is the guru I was looking for. I was drifting from one ashram to another ashram. Actually, he is the person who has got the key. So I became, that time there was no sannyas, the initiation has not started. So I became attached to him and started writing him letters. Wherever there was camp, I used to go attend his camps. And I started organizing his events in my town. Some small gatherings, some meditation, evening sessions. I started distributing his literature. Because at that time many books were not published, only few books were available. But anybody who reads his books, he gets so enchanted. You feel like sharing the idea with the friends. The same thing happened to me when I read his books. I get so emotional. I wanted to talk about it to all my friends. I was a student. I didn't have access to the other people other than my colleagues, student friends. So I used to talk to them about Osho and distribute his books. But later on I realized that unless someone is inspired by birth, someone is chosen by the existence to become a disciple, everybody cannot admire him, everybody cannot understand him, and everybody cannot come closer to him. So most of my labor was futile. I was distributing books. I had very limited money from my parents. I was a student. I have some small scholarship. So whatever I could save, I used to buy his books and give it to my friends. I thought that reading his books, everybody will be enchanted like I am. But later on I realized that it is not possible. You have to have sensitivity, openness. So a lot of my money went in vain. I distributed many books. Sometimes I was so excited that when his new book arrived in the town, and I had no money to buy. I remember once I was a student of engineering, and his new book has arrived. It was slightly expensive. I didn't have money in my pocket to buy. But I could not check my temptation. So I sold some of my engineering books and purchased his book, because it was impossible not to read him. Those days there were not many books available. So any new book come, we used to buy. Later he told me to open a center in Nepal. And I started a small center in my house. I had a very small house. And one room I could spare for his meditation activity. There was not much space. So we started movement from one room meditation center. And in the beginning, I was trying to influence people to come to center. I was trying to inspire people, invite people. But those days Osho didn't have a popularity as he has today. Many people didn't know about him. And there was also a lot of rumor about him, that he is sex guru and he is rich man's guru and he hypnotizes people, things like that. So even I tried my level best, I was not able to attract friends. They were not. My house was also in a corner of the town, so people were not ready to travel up to that corner, and nobody was coming for meditation, although I was making a lot of advertisement and efforts. So that made me frustrated. Then I decided that, oh, okay, I should go in the center of the town where a lot of people comes and try to do something there because my house is in a corner. So I started selling his books on the footpath in the main town, downtown, main center of Kathmandu. So in the most busy spot, I found out a small space, and after coming back from my office, I used to sell his books in the evening on the footpath. So a lot of people used to get gathered to see because I used to go in a red dress and with mala and big Bhagwan picture. I put picture and then lot of books. So there were less buyer but more curious people to see what is happening, no? So a lot of people used to gather. Who is this guru? What is he teaching? And they were not interested in buying books. They were just interested in talking about him. So I had to answer question as much as possible. But when somebody, after is talking about Osho, if somebody decide to buy a book, those the books were very cheap. There were many pocket books in Indian rupees. It was only 2 rupees, 3 rupees, very cheap those days. Pocket books were paper back for pocket books were very cheap. So when it was not a big bargain, so people used to buy after I talked about him. I said, just try one book. And then in the beginning when people were not buying book, then I put another signboard that for 7 days, you can try. You can buy books, and if you are not delighted, you can return the book and get your money refunded. So there is no risk. You can keep the book up to 7 days, and if you don't like, you can return and then get money back. That worked out. The people thought there is no risk. And there was an interesting title, like From Sex to Super Consciousness. A lot of people were interested in that book. So that signboard, when I put that you can try 7 days, and if you're not delighted, you give me my book and you take back your money. That worked out. And people started buying books on the assurance that if they don't like, they will return. Few people also returned. But later on I realized that they were tricky people. They wanted to read more, so they returned the one book, take the money, and they purchase another book with the same money. But that worked. That worked out. It was very hard work. You know, in Nepal, for several years, I was the only sannyasi, only Osho disciple for several years. And nobody was interested. And Osho asked me to work, and he has a feeling that lot of people will get sannyas and his work will spread in Nepal. So all the time he used to inspire me that you work hard, lot of people are coming, they are on the way. Don't get disheartened. So that was my only encouragement, the word from my master. Otherwise, I was not getting anybody really interested.